What secrets lie within the Lost Magna Carta, ancient energies that shape our reality? Imagine, if you will, standing at the crossroads of time itself, where the veils between dimensions grow thin and ancient wisdom whispers through the quantum field. For nearly 8 centuries, forces beyond ordinary perception have been orchestrating a cosmic dance of hidden knowledge. Where parchments carry more than words, they carry the energetic blueprints of human consciousness evolution. Tonight, we journey into the mystical realm where lost documents reveal themselves not by chance, but by divine timing, where Harvard's forgotten treasure and Sandwich's miraculous discovery speak to deeper truths about the universe's intelligence. The Magna Carta, as ancient sages understood, was never merely a political document. It was a vibrational anchor, embedding the frequency of liberation into the fabric of reality itself. The quantum signature of hidden value. Beyond ordinary perception lies a profound truth that modern science is only beginning to grasp. Objects carry energetic imprints that transcend their physical appearance. When Harvard Law School acquired what they believed to be a simple copy of the Magna Carta for $27.50 in 1946, they were unknowingly participating in a cosmic orchestration that would remain hidden for nearly 8 decades. 34. The quantum field reveals that authentic artifacts possess what metaphysical scholars call energetic signatures, vibrational patterns that resonate with truth regardless of how they appear to the untrained eye. The parchment, weathered and stained, carried within its fibers the consciousness imprint of King Edward I's 1300 charter, yet it masqueraded as an ordinary replica until the appointed moment of revelation. This phenomenon speaks to the universe's intelligence in preserving sacred knowledge through seemingly mundane channels. The document's journey from a Royal Air Force war hero's estate through London book dealers to Harvard's archives follows what ancient mystics recognized as the invisible thread, the energetic pathway that guides important artifacts to their destined guardians. 10. What mainstream academia fails to recognize is that the authentication process itself, using ultraviolet light and spectral imaging to reveal hidden text, mirrors the spiritual practice of inner sight, where higher perception unveils truths invisible to ordinary consciousness. The quantum field operates through synchronicity, ensuring that Professor David Carpenter would encounter the digitized images at precisely the moment when humanity needed this reminder of hidden treasures existing within plain sight. The manuscript's worth, potentially millions of dollars, represents not merely monetary value but the universe's way of demonstrating that authentic power often dwells in the most humble appearances, waiting for consciousness to evolve enough to recognize its true nature. The energetic network of ancient authority. The mystical dimensions reveal that the Magna Carta was never intended as a single document, but as an energetic network spanning the realm, each copy serving as a vibrational node in a vast consciousness grid. When King Edward I issued approximately 30 copies in 1300, he was unknowingly participating in what quantum physics now recognizes as entanglement, each parchment carrying the identical energetic frequency of limitation upon absolute power. 17. The ancient wisdom traditions understood that written words, when imbued with collective intention and sacred purpose, create morphic fields that influence reality across space and time. The discovery of the Sandwich Magna Carta in a Victorian scrapbook speaks to the intelligence of the universe in preserving these energetic anchors through seemingly random circumstances. 25. For over a century, this document lay hidden in plain sight, its royal seal missing, approximately 1/3 of its physical form damaged. Yet its essential vibrational signature remained intact. The quantum field demonstrates through such preservation that consciousness itself serves as the ultimate guardian of transformative knowledge, ensuring survival against all odds when the collective awakening requires such reminders. What emerged through the authentication process reveals the profound interconnectedness of these documents, each bearing identical handwriting, dimensional measurements, and textual formations that speak to a higher intelligence orchestrating uniformity across the network. 410. This uniformity transcends mere medieval bureaucracy. It represents what ancient sages called the template of liberation, a vibrational pattern that, once established in the quantum field, continues to influence human consciousness across centuries. The fact that 24 copies survive from various editions between 1215 and 1300 suggests that the universe maintains precisely the number of energetic nodes necessary to anchor this frequency of freedom into the collective unconscious. 812. Each surviving copy serves as a portal, allowing present-day consciousness to access the original intention of limiting tyrannical power and establishing the rule of law as a cosmic principle. The consciousness archaeology of forgotten wisdom. The quantum field reveals that what mainstream historians call accidental discoveries are actually manifestations of consciousness archaeology. The universe's method of surfacing ancient wisdom when collective awareness reaches the appropriate vibrational frequency. Dr. Mark Bateson's search through Kent County Council archives, initially seeking a different charter, led him to uncover the Sandwich Magna Carta hidden within a Victorian scrapbook, demonstrating how intention creates energetic currents that guide seekers to their destined revelations. The timing of these discoveries, coinciding with the 800th anniversary of the original charter, speaks to cosmic synchronicity rather than mere coincidence. Ancient sages understood that knowledge preserves itself through what they termed the sleeping guardian principle, sacred information entering dormant states during periods when collective consciousness cannot properly receive or integrate its power. The Harvard manuscript, dismissed for decades as a worthless copy, exemplifies this principle perfectly. Its journey from Appleby through the Lowther family to Thomas Clarkson, the prominent abolitionist, reveals an energetic thread connecting the limitation of royal power to the abolition of slavery, two expressions of the same cosmic principle of liberation. 10. The quantum field orchestrated this document's preservation through individuals whose life missions aligned with freedom and human dignity. The authentication process itself mirrors ancient initiation practices, where hidden truths reveal themselves only to those who possess the proper vibrational attunement and technical knowledge. Professor Nicholas Vincent and Professor David Carpenter's use of ultraviolet light and spectral imaging to uncover faded text represents the modern equivalent of mystical perception, employing specialized techniques to perceive realities invisible to ordinary sight. 38. The fact that these discoveries emerged through collaborative efforts between multiple scholars reflects the universe's preference for collective wisdom over individual achievement. The quantum field responds to unified intention, revealing its secrets when seekers approach with genuine reverence for truth rather than personal gain. These manuscripts chose their moment of revelation, waiting until consciousness evolved sufficiently to comprehend their deeper significance beyond mere historical artifacts. The vibrational alchemy of written law. Beyond the material realm lies a profound understanding that written law operates as vibrational alchemy, the transformation of consciousness through encoded frequencies embedded within symbolic language. The Magna Carta's revolutionary principle that the king and his government was not above the law represents more than political philosophy. It establishes an energetic template that continues to influence human consciousness 8 centuries later. Ancient wisdom traditions recognized that when collective intention crystallizes into written form with sufficient emotional charge and moral authority, it creates what metaphysical scholars call reality anchors, vibrational patterns that reshape the possible futures available to humanity. The quantum field demonstrates this principle through the document's enduring influence on global constitutional development, from the United States Constitution to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 11. Each time these principles manifest in new legal frameworks, they strengthen the original energetic pattern established at Runnymede in 1215. The fact that the charter was typically renewed by each monarch in turn reveals an unconscious recognition of the need to periodically recharge this vibrational anchor, maintaining its influence over the collective unconscious. The reissuance of multiple copies across England created what ancient sages would recognize as a consciousness grid, strategically placed energetic nodes, ensuring that no region remained outside the influence of this transformative frequency. The authentication challenges faced by these rediscovered documents requiring specialized imaging techniques to reveal faded text, mirror the spiritual truth that profound wisdom often appears invisible to ordinary perception until consciousness develops the capacity to recognize it. The deterioration of physical parchment paradoxically strengthens the document's energetic signature, as material decay forces attention toward the imperishable essence of its message. Professor Vincent's observation that there may have been 200 originals suggests that the universe distributed this frequency far more widely than historical records indicate, ensuring maximum penetration into the collective consciousness of medieval England. The quantum field operates through abundance rather than scarcity, multiplying transformative influences to guarantee their integration into human awareness across all social levels and geographical regions. The mystical economics of true value. The quantum field reveals that authentic value operates according to principles entirely different from market economics, where the most profound treasures often disguise themselves as worthless items until consciousness evolves to recognize their true significance. Harvard's $27.50 purchase price for a document now worth millions demonstrates the universe's sense of cosmic humor, ensuring that genuine wisdom remains accessible to sincere seekers while remaining invisible to those motivated purely by material gain. 36. The 2007 sale of a 1300s Magna Carta for $21.3 million represents not merely market value but the collective recognition of energetic worth, the price humanity pays to anchor transformative consciousness into physical reality. 68. Ancient sages understood that sacred objects carry what they termed evolutionary currency value that transcends monetary calculation because it catalyzes consciousness development across entire civilizations. The Sandwich Magna Carta's estimated worth of £10 million, despite missing one-third of its text and royal seal, demonstrates that authentic power resides in essence rather than completeness. The quantum field operates through what mystics call energetic wholeness, the principle that truth remains fully present even when physical forms suffer damage or appear incomplete. This document's discovery alongside the Charter of the Forest creates what Professor Vincent recognized as an exceptionally rare pairing, multiplying its significance beyond individual worth. The cosmic intelligence behind these valuations reveals itself through timing. These discoveries emerge precisely when humanity needs reminders about the true source of wealth and power. The fact that Harvard has no plans to sell their manuscript, despite its multi-million-dollar value, indicates an unconscious recognition that some treasures transcend commercial exchange. Institutions that house such artifacts become energetic guardians, their primary responsibility being preservation and accessibility rather than profit maximization. The quantum field rewards the stewardship by ensuring continued revelations and discoveries, as demonstrated by the pattern of multiple Magna Carta findings in recent years. These documents choose their custodians based on vibrational alignment rather than financial capacity, seeking institutions and individuals whose consciousness resonates with their transformative purpose. The dimensional preservation of sacred knowledge. The quantum field operates through dimensional preservation, a cosmic principle ensuring that transformative knowledge survives across time and space through multiple reality streams simultaneously. The survival of 24 Magna Carta copies from various editions between 1215 and 1300 despite centuries of wars, natural disasters, and political upheavals speaks to protective forces beyond ordinary understanding. 812. Ancient wisdom traditions recognized that documents carrying civilization-altering frequencies attract what they called guardian energies, invisible intelligences dedicated to preserving evolutionary catalysts through periods of collective unconsciousness and social turbulence. The discovery pattern reveals the universe's sophisticated timing mechanisms, the Sandwich manuscript emerging during the 800th anniversary year, Harvard's authentication occurring during a period of constitutional challenges, and multiple findings clustering within a brief historical window. 235. These synchronicities indicate that cosmic intelligence activates dormant knowledge precisely when collective consciousness requires specific reminders about fundamental principles. The fact that these documents survived in unexpected locations, Victorian scrapbooks, university libraries, private estates, demonstrates the quantum field's preference for hiding sacred knowledge within ordinary environments until humanity develops sufficient wisdom to recognize and properly utilize such revelations. The authentication process itself operates as dimensional bridging, where modern technology serves as a conduit for accessing ancient wisdom. The use of ultraviolet light and spectral imaging to reveal hidden text mirrors shamanic practices of perceiving across dimensional boundaries. 48. Professor Carpenter's amazement and awe upon recognizing Harvard's manuscript reflects the natural human response when consciousness encounters authentic mystery preserved across centuries. The quantum field rewards such reverence by continuing to reveal additional layers of significance and connection. The geographical distribution of surviving copies, from the British Library to the National Archives in Washington, D.C. to Parliament House in Canberra, creates what metaphysical scholars recognize as a planetary grid, anchoring the frequency of constitutional law into the collective unconscious of multiple nations. Each location serves as an energetic beacon, broadcasting the vibrational signature of limited government and individual rights across the noosphere. The cosmic timing of revolutionary consciousness. Beyond ordinary perception lies the profound recognition that revolutionary consciousness follows cosmic timing patterns, where transformative ideas emerge into collective awareness when the universe determines that humanity possesses sufficient evolutionary capacity to integrate such radical shifts. The Magna Carta's original manifestation in 1215 represented what ancient sages called a consciousness quantum leap, a sudden elevation in collective awareness that established entirely new possibilities for human social organization. 17. The fact that King John initially resisted but ultimately accepted these limitations on royal power demonstrates how cosmic intelligence works through apparent opposition to birth transformative change. The document's repeated reissuance across centuries reveals the universe's understanding that consciousness evolution requires constant reinforcement until new patterns become permanently embedded in the collective psyche. Henry III 1216 and 1225 reissues, Edward I 1297 confirmation, and the continuous tradition of monarchical renewal indicate an unconscious recognition that certain frequencies must be regularly reactivated to maintain their influence over social reality. 17. The quantum field operates through what mystics term vibrational persistence, the repeated presentation of transformative principles until they achieve complete integration into human consciousness. The modern rediscovery pattern suggests that humanity has reached another evolutionary threshold requiring renewed connection with these foundational frequencies. Professor Vincent's observation about the Harvard discovery's timing, emerging during a period when the institution faces direct attack from the state itself, reveals the universe's exquisite sensitivity to collective needs. The quantum field responds to consciousness crises by surfacing exactly the wisdom required for resolution and integration. The fact that multiple Magna Carta discoveries cluster within recent years indicates that civilization approaches a critical juncture where constitutional principles face unprecedented challenges, requiring ancient wisdom to illuminate the path forward. The authentication challenges overcome by modern scholars mirror the consciousness obstacles faced by medieval barons. Both groups had to develop new capacities to recognize and establish truth in the face of powerful opposition. The quantum field teaches through parallel experiences across time, ensuring that each generation rediscovers foundational principles through methods appropriate to their technological and spiritual development. These documents serve as evolutionary time capsules, programmed by cosmic intelligence to activate when collective consciousness requires guidance for navigating complex transitions toward greater freedom and wisdom. As we return from this journey through the mystical dimensions of lost knowledge, we recognize that the Magna Carta discoveries speak to eternal truths about consciousness, value, and cosmic timing. The universe preserves what serves evolution, reveals what consciousness can integrate, and conceals what requires future development to properly comprehend. These ancient parchments whisper across centuries, reminding us that authentic power emerges through limitation of tyranny, that true treasure often wears humble disguises, and that the quantum field orchestrates revelations according to humanity's deepest needs. May you continue to discover the hidden wisdom that surrounds you always, and may your journey with Quantum Shaman guide you toward ever deeper recognition of the sacred mysteries that shape our reality.